Today we'll be breaking down Wheezy's production process for artists like Young Thug and Gunna. We'll be going in depth, exploring bizarre methods from panning hi-hats to unique 808 patterns. And to do this, I'll split this video up into two beats. One being Wheezy's OG melodic sound, and the other being his more harder, dark sound that stands out from the crowd. That's hard. Now stay tuned since there's source throughout this whole video. Let's get into it. A lot of it is very experimental and it kind of has a new sound each time. So to do that, I'm gonna go to the experimental section of Patch Play because there's some sounds in here that really do work for these sort of beats. Let's make it all MIDI and then we're gonna flip in the way that Wheezy would. The way this is changing a lot is just gonna be so good when we flip it. Like that MIDI in itself, it's kind of cool. I'm gonna change the sound out though. To add this variation and have certain parts that we might want to resample or loop, we're just gonna kind of go crazy with this top line. And here I'm just gonna actually change it to where I wouldn't normally have it in a melody. I'm gonna just clone this and I'm gonna kind of copy it into more of a pad sound. We want to have one that's also random. Yeah, something like this. Maybe bring this down. Well, that sounds like. So now we have this. It sounds very, very random. So let's just bring this out. Obviously, we've got to say that halftime on it. This way we have more space. You know. Change the pitch a little bit. And maybe stretch this a little bit. Oh, there was something there. Yeah, let's try and see if we can start somewhere else. Ugh. It's like, it's so random, but then when you get these chops together, listen to this. Like, come on. Yeah, and that's the bit at the end. All right, sick. So now we can just bring this across, change this, bring that there. Just like, come on. Like, yo, that's hard. Now we'll flip that. But as you could hear, that fully flipped the sound from what it was before. Let's chuck a delay on. Let's bring that feedback down a little bit. Let's tie this together with like a sort of Juno chorus. So just gives it that sort of wavy vibe. Let's try and maybe mash around the pitch. That's odd. Just have a slightly in. Yeah, I think that's quite a sort of start. So now we just have to add things to go on top of it. We need that bass to go underneath it. And then after that, we can then chuck these other elements on. Like that one right there. Just have that repetition there, just bring it across. Now let's try and get that brass in. Let's just have this to kind of support when it goes down. Because if you listen without the bass. There. I feel like there needs to be something here. When you wake up, do you feel British? What? This needs a key change. Let's bring it all up through. We need to add some things to that, so I'm just gonna put some like phrases on top. I feel like from Patch Play, of course. Just sort of like liven up a little bit. That's hard. I stretch it a little bit. Woof. Oh, that's crazy. I feel like we need some sort of repetition on top of it as well. So let's grab like one more pigments. Yeah, let's maybe change that out though. Oh my days. Wait, hold on. Yeah, this definitely does make it very busy. So let's put like some sort of halftime on it. We need like a sort of lead melody that we can put on top. So let's go to the analog section. Some sort of phrase on top and just these little things. Let's put some weird pedal phrase on top. There we go. What? Michael Jackson type drums. What? Now I'll put a sound equalizer on a spins with a boost knob on 100 and start cooking, bro. So we kind of have the melody, I feel like. And now this is where Wheezy really does shine, which is, of course, the drums. This is where the source really is. Drum selection-wise, it's never too crazy. It's more so how he adds the bounce. So I'm just going to make a two-step for now, but we're definitely going to change this at some point. This is something that I think you guys probably don't know. When he does his hi-hat rolls, right? He has normal hi-hats panned to the right, and the hi-hat rolls are actually panned to the left. You can hear on a few of his songs, especially Baby by Lil Baby and DaBaby. And another thing he does, which is because we're doing the hi-hats right now, I thought I'd tell you right now, is to kind of play around the hi-hat velocities or change the step it's in as it's playing. There should be weird points like this. You know what I mean? Like just stuff like that. I feel like we should do it with velocity. So let's go to a half step. So we can bring this across. Just right click, hold it on the velocity. Wheezy, he's known for that sort of repetition. So let's just duplicate that across. Maybe change something here. Just something that you wouldn't normally do. And as I said, man, one of them's panned to the right, one of them's panned to the left. So let's do it now. I'm going to bring this all onto its own audio track right now. So I have right here, I'm going to pan it to the right. And I'm gonna do copy and paste this to another pattern right here. This one, I'm going to get rid of all of these rolls. This one, I'm just going to keep those rolls. So like that, but we just got to pan a little more to the left. Let's do the 808s. So whenever Wheezy adds a spins, like 99% of the time, you'll hear that he adds these rolls in, like these actual 808 rolls. Honestly, it's hard to find a beat where he uses spins that doesn't have an 808 roll. Ugh. Like here, we can add like that roll. So we go up here and we just go to like quarter step. Like something like that. And then if you listen to songs like Enquiries by Lil Baby, New Drop by Don Toliver, songs like that, towards the end of the 8 bars, he has this really weird airway pattern. Like, if you sound like this. Which I actually kind of like. Maybe change this up. He gets like a rat kick that he puts underneath the actual 808. And you don't hear it, but majority of the times there's 808s, it does have a kick underneath it. It's just not very loud. So now for the next thing, he loves to use open hats, which I mean, self-explanatory really, doesn't it? Not much I can really talk about with that. One open hat he does love to use a lot is this one right here. This one, you hear it so much now. Hear like that. I'm actually going to do in this sample right here. I'm going to just go right here, click clip. And now it's going to hit so much better with the kick. That's hard. Just that. I might just start like this, you know. Let it ride. I think we killed that, to be honest. For like a Wheezy vibe, that first beat, not bad at all. So for the second beat, we'll be breaking down Wheezy's OG melodic sound. The wavy type of sound you hear in classic Young Thug and Gunna type songs. Let's get into it. So I think for this one, we should start at the experimental bank and go that way. Oh, this could be cool. I think we can start off with some sort of chords with this sound, because this sound is so random. It instantly just gives you that vibe. And then like add another chord here. Maybe just a little variation like this. That's kind of cool. And like a top note. Oof. How that comes in like that is hard. Pause. And now we can just kind of add that sort of top line. Maybe mess around with the key. Or G sharp. Oh my days. Bro, what is going on in the comments right now? Now I'm going to layer this to something else. Just literally the same MIDI. It's hard, it's hard, it's hard. Okay, these sort of vibes, man, you just gotta have loads of delays. Let's get about how to delay on song right. Now let's export that out and go from there. Let's kind of flip this a little bit more. Mess around with that, bring this to like number 1, and then just put a bit of a halftime on it. So as you guys can see, I've moved this to a weird point again. So I want this to be here. All right, so right here, I'm just chopping the sample in a similar way that I did with the first beat. I'm just trying to grab certain bits that stand out and kind of, you know, put them together. I'm not showing it because it honestly wasn't very fun to watch, but yeah, here's the final result of that. Like, come on, bro. It's like fixing the possible facts. Like, that is sick, though. Come on. You gotta admit. Maybe bring it down far like that. That's kind of a vibe. First one I put on is like some sort of Juno chorus on that to make it a bit more wider. Let's go to patch players, grab some phrases. You know, it's Wheezy. I think the pedal phrase would be perfect for this. Like, sound like that. Because, like, what is that? Then, like, header effects on it. So, first off being about how to delay. Some sort of reverb on that, too. Maybe if we stretch it as well. There you go. Let's stick another. Damn. Let's stick another Juno chorus on. I feel like if he's sat on tops, let's get another pigments out. See, like, more. Like, literally like that. What was that? And a great way to make the count melodies always blend in is to do this. So you get some sort of delay, bring us onto note, bring us to like quarter, spread, bring the low up, and bring the mix to 100%, right? Look, it's me clicking it. It's got that delay even after I click it. And this is so cool whenever you're doing these count melodies, because then it just blends really nicely. What was that? Hold on. Yeah, let's add more of a lead underneath it. Oh, just this. Now I'm going to see how far I can get arrangement-wise before I need to add some more stuff in. This one as well. So I just want to add to that. I'm just going to quickly chuck some phrases on because I can't be asked to like add anything else right now. Oh, what's this? Like, yeah, like, do you know what I mean? Like, that would already be like just perfect. Bro, this with some effects on too would really just fit underneath this. And just kind of do the same thing, man. Just bring this delay over, but bring this to the right. And with this delay track, as you guys can hear, that's like almost completely flip the sound. B section. Woof, like, come on, man. That's a vibe. All right, yeah, I feel like we got that. I think that sounds sick. Let's explore that out. Bro made a good loop. Doesn't matter what key it is in. Bro, that's when you know you make a good loop. Yeah, drum time. Obviously, Wheezy, he's known for the drums, man. Damn, bro, this melody is so crazy. Thick. Hi-hats. So we could do something like this, for example. Just open that. Click reverse right here. Get rid of the glossy on this. Bring this down. Now we've got that like sort of open hat bounce, we can add to that with the hi-hats. So we have so many open hats going, so let's try and maybe add some space here. Oh, like that. On the last beat, as you guys already know, I messed around with the panning on the actual rolls. So let's do that again. Yeah, obviously Wheezy, Spinzel's A, make a choice, you know? It's the space. He likes to go in between like the spins and Zay. Sometimes he uses both at the same time. Why not? Let's check it on. It might work, might not. Let's see. So to do that, let's go to this Zay. We've got cut 6x6. Go here. Cut 7x7. Bring that to 6x6. Now whenever I play them together, man, they're gonna not interact with each other. Listen. Yeah, that's kind of hard. But like, bro, let's have a kind of wonder on this. I'm on a wave. All right, final beat. All right, final beat. Ready for this? Come on, man. Open that down a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. That's hard. Yeah, that's crazy, man. So that's two fire beats in the style of Wheezy, man. We made one in more of a dark style, and this is obviously more of a wavy style.